Hello, and welcome to your health channel. Today we're going to talk about a topic that's been keeping millions of people awake at night, literally around the world: how to sleep better at night using only natural methods. Yes, without resorting to medication, magic formulas, or spending money on expensive and often ineffective solutions. Our focus here is to show you simple, accessible, natural, and proven tips that can transform your sleep quality in a practical, safe, and lasting way. Have you noticed how getting a good night's sleep seems like a luxury these days? People are increasingly tired, irritable, and mentally exhausted. And it's no wonder. Sleep is an essential pillar of our health, but it's often neglected. We live in a fast-paced, noisy world, flooded with light 24/7. We're surrounded by screens, notifications, commitments, and worries, all of which sap our energy and sabotage our rest. The result is a depleted body, an overwhelmed mind, and a cycle of exhaustion that repeats itself day after day. If you've been lying down tired and still spend hours tossing and turning, waking up several times during the night for no apparent reason, or feeling more exhausted upon waking than when you went to sleep, then you're experiencing something that has unfortunately become common, but is not normal. And worse, this poor quality of sleep, when it becomes a habit, affects much more than just your fatigue level. It interferes with your mood, your concentration, your memory, your mental health, your productivity, your relationships, and even the functioning of your organs. Lack of sleep can be directly linked to symptoms of anxiety, depression, weight gain, hormonal imbalances, low immunity, and even cardiovascular problems. Getting a good night's sleep isn't a luxury. It's a vital necessity. During sleep, the body enters a deep repair mode. It's during this time that the brain reorganizes itself. Toxins are eliminated, muscles recover, hormones are regulated, immunity is strengthened, and metabolism is balanced. Sleep is as important as eating well or exercising. And even knowing this, many people still neglect their nighttime routine, treating it as an afterthought, or only remembering its importance when the effects of sleep deprivation have become unbearable. The good news is that there are several natural and effective ways to improve your sleep, and you can start implementing them today with things you already have at home, with simple actions that don't require major changes but can make all the difference. And that's what we'll talk about in this video. To begin with, it's crucial to understand that sleep doesn't just happen when we lie down in bed. The process of falling asleep begins long before that, throughout the day. And what you do during your waking hours directly influences the quality of your sleep at night. For example, exposure to natural light. Something so simple, yet so often overlooked. Getting sunlight, especially in the early morning hours, for at least 15 to 30 minutes, helps regulate your biological clock, the so-called circadian rhythm. When you're exposed to natural light in the morning, your body understands that the day has begun and begins preparing, early on, for the moment to wind down later. Melatonin, the sleep hormone, depends on this light stimulus to be produced at the right time. If you spend the whole day locked away under artificial light, your brain gets confused. It doesn't know when it's day and when it's night, and this messes everything up. Another key point is regular physical activity. It doesn't have to be strenuous. A late afternoon walk, a few minutes of stretching, a light dance, a bike ride. Body movement helps release tension, regulates stress hormones, and prepares the body for rest. But it's important to remember, avoid intense exercise in the evening, especially 2 hours before bed. Exercise itself is stimulating, increases heart rate and body temperature, and releases adrenaline, all of which can disrupt sleep onset. And, of course, nutrition plays a crucial role in this process. What you eat, and when you eat it, can make or break your sleep. Heavy meals, fatty foods, too many sweets, or caffeinated drinks close to bedtime are a recipe for a bad night. You might even fall asleep, but your body will spend the night working hard on digestion. Opt for light dinners with ingredients that help calm the nervous system. A banana, oatmeal, a slice of avocado, a slice of whole wheat bread with a drizzle of olive oil. And to drink a warm tea, such as chamomile, fennel, lemongrass, or lemon balm. These plants have natural compounds that help the body slow down and calm the mind. And since we're talking about teas, We can't forget the power of calming herbs. Chamomile, as you're probably already familiar with, is excellent. But you can also use valerian, passion flower, lavender, and even the famous passion fruit tea. A powerful tip: put a few drops of lavender essential oil in a diffuser or even on a tissue on your pillow. This naturally stimulates relaxation and adds a pleasant aroma to the room. Now, let's talk about routine. The brain loves predictability. Having a nighttime ritual, even a simple one, helps the body understand it's time to sleep. This could include turning off the lights, taking a warm bath, reading a few pages of a light book, turning off electronic devices, making tea. The important thing is to create this sequence and repeat it every day. Avoid screens in the bedroom, cell phone, TV, tablet, because the blue light they emit blocks melatonin production. If you absolutely must use them, activate night mode or wear blue light filtering glasses. Another crucial point: the sleeping environment. The bedroom needs to be a sanctuary of rest. Avoid working, eating, or solving problems there. Keep the room clean, dark, quiet, and at a comfortable temperature. Around 20 degrees Celsius is usually ideal. If the environment is noisy, relaxing sounds can help. The sound of rain, the ocean, the forest, or so-called white noise, which muffles external noise and creates a sense of protection. If the problem is that agitated mind, full of thoughts, the tip is to use breathing and mental clearing techniques. A commonly used technique is 4-7-8 breathing. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale slowly for 8 seconds. This activates the parasympathetic system, which helps relax the body and mind. Another technique that works very well is to write down everything that's worrying you in a notebook before bed. Put it on paper. This helps clear your mind of the endless flood of thoughts. And if sleep still doesn't come after all this, use the so-called 20-minute ritual. If you've been in bed for more than 20 minutes and still haven't fallen asleep, get up. Go to another room, do something relaxing, and only return to bed when you're truly sleepy. This prevents your brain from associating bed with frustration or insomnia. Sleeping well is a process. It requires patience, consistency, and a bit of self-awareness. But the rewards are worth every effort. Because when you sleep better, everything improves along with it: your mood, focus, energy, creativity, and immunity. You wake up feeling more energized, lighter, and clearer. If you've made it this far, congratulations on investing in what's most valuable: your health. And I invite you to put these tips into practice today. Choose 2 or 3, start with them, and observe the results throughout the week. I'm sure you'll feel the difference. And of course, if this content helped you in any way, leave a like, subscribe to the Sua Saúde channel, activate the bell to receive future videos, and comment below. Which of these tips will you apply first? Or, if you already have a nighttime ritual that works, share it with us. Let's strengthen this self-care community together. Thank you very much for your company. Take good care of your sleep, your body, and your mind. And until the next video here on the Sua Saúde channel.